Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video I'm going to show you how to draw a couple different types of shoes. This first shoe I'm drawing is a low cut, low profile shoe. Could be a running shoe, casual shoe, maybe a really low cut basketball shoe, but probably not. This next I'm going to draw that same sketch, but then I'm going to add a little bit more toe on it, a little bit more height on it to make it a mid cut, to make it more like a basketball shoe with a lot of support in the heel. Next, I'm going to be drawing a bigger boot, like a utility boot or like a hiking boot, maybe a snow boot. Notice how the ankle comes up so high, the toe's a lot bigger, there's a lot more traction and tread underneath. Next, I'm going to be adding details to my shoes. When you're adding details, you want to think of what's called overlays. Overlays are when different fabric or materials are on top of each other. If you look down at your shoes that you're wearing right now, they're not all flat and smooth and one piece of material. There's a lot of rubber and fabric and plastic and lace and all these different things sewn and glued and attached on top of each other and underneath each other. And we want to try to show that volume and that depth in our sketches. So as you're looking at your shoes that you're wearing, or as you're looking at shoes online, really look carefully at the different style as well as functionality of the different overlays on the different styles of shoes. Next, you're going to be adding outline with a marker. I'm using a fat or regular marker. You can also use a fine tip marker. It's up to you, but it usually looks best to outline your work with a fat marker. So take your time adding nice, bold lines to make decisions on all the soft, light marks that you drew with your sketches. Be sure to erase all unnecessary pencil marks once you've outlined everything so you can really see a nice, clean, crisp contour line drawing. Next, you're going to be adding color. When you're adding color, you can use marker, colored pencils, crayons, watercolor, oil pastels, whatever you have access to. You want to start thinking about a color scheme. A color scheme is when you repeat specific colors. This color scheme is a warm color scheme because I'm using colors that are only found on one side of the color wheel, yellow, orange, and red. These colors tend to be more energetic, they tend to pop out, and they tend to really get your attention. The next color scheme that I'm doing are more of a cool color set. Cool colors seem to recede and go back in the distance and tend to be a little bit more calming and soothing. They're also associated with the colors of like cooler temperatures. When you're adding colors to your footwear project, you want to make sure that you're trying to avoid having the same colors right next to each other. And sometimes I don't do an excellent job of this. So I'm trying to make sure that the same purples don't come in contact with each other to have a nice balance arrangement of colors. The third color scheme is really just another cool color scheme, but it could be described as monochromatic as it's primarily just one color, which is blue, with different lightnesses and darknesses of it, although I have a green in there, so it really isn't monochromatic. When you're choosing your color scheme, again, choose whatever color you want. You can also choose complementary colors, which means they're opposite sides of the color wheel. You can use neutral colors, which means they're browns, grays, tans, pinks, other colors where they're white and black mixed to them. Your color scheme could be influenced by your sport, your team, your logo, your motto, like all of these different things. So think about how colors can influence your footwear, branding, and social and your different demographics for your shoe. So that's how you do a shoe, either a low cut shoe, a basketball shoe or mid-cut, as well as a more utility boot. Have fun and do your best quality work.